Hello.
Hello?
Hi, it's Gloria. It's Gloria, the one of the hosts. Can you lock me in? Thank you. It's Gloria Banks. Can you put me on lock? I'm on. We got issues.
Hey, you guys, we're sorry. Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Got Issues. We're getting ready to come on the show. We appreciate you guys being here with us on today, as we are every day. And today is going to be a fun show. We're going to be talking about technology, what our favorite apps are that we use. I know you guys have some amazing ones, so we want you to share, post, so that we know what they are. And of course, we're always looking for you to call in and voice your opinion and tell us, what's going on in your neck of the woods, and give comments on the topic for today. And of course, that number 313-778-7600. And it's going to be a great show. And you know what? Put in the chat, what are some of the hot topics that's been going on that all right, it's going down. So let me get off and get on this radio.
Oh, yes, it's going down. It's going down today. Is Thirsty Thursday, or is it Too Tough Thursday, or is it Talk About It Thursday? How about we talk about it? You are listening to We Got Issues on 910 AM WFDF. Out of Detroit and all over the world. Today on the show, I'm your host, Caterina Harris Earl, and Lady Crisette Ellis in Detroit got us feeling like Hawaii. Gloria Mayfield Banks is holding it down, and I see it looks like I see people working on your grounds in the background, Gloria. We know they are getting ready.
Right.
The crew. She got a staff that makes all our staffs look. So I just want to tell you, and our girl Sabrina Goodwin Monday, getting close to. She's the birthday week girl, but getting close to her birthday. She is in St. Croix. I know you followed her on Facebook, seeing that gorgeous ocean, that do not disturb sign on her hat. I was a little jealous, and I bet
Fabulous hat. Fabulous hat.
Yeah. Fabulous hat. So make sure you're following all of us. Visit our website, theforceoffriendship.com. You can sign up on our mailing list, because I promise you we got some juicy stuff coming in addition to the radio show. And I'm just excited today because we're going to be talking about the talk, okay? We always have a great topic for you today. And today, if you know me, is one of my favorite topics to talk about, technology. But we're going to talk about how to take your old school and make it new school. But we got issues, y'all. We got issues. I mean, I have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Did y'all see that article I sent you about the monkeypox?
Yes.
Did you see that? I mean, Chris, you got to look at the. I had it.
Yeah, I saw you post it, but I didn't read the whole thing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I'm pulling up my computer just froze. But when I tell you, it is pretty unbelievable. And when I first saw it, I went to come on, let me pull it up here. When I first saw it, I went to check it out. You don't want to send stuff without checking it out properly, right? And so it is really interesting about, here it is. I got it finally. First of all, the picture will make you cringe. Public health officials, this is from July 23rd. Public health officials kept track of the contagious Delta variant, of course, but they have found that more than 200 people in 27 states are being monitored for possible exposure after they had contact with an American who contracted monkeypox, y'all. From coming from Nigeria before traveling to Texas. The traveler flew on an overnight trip to Atlanta on July 8th, then flew on an overnight flight to Dallas on July 9th, and was diagnosed with monkeypox. monkeypox. It is believed the risk for spread on a plane is low because of masks. Hello, thank you for the mask. The monkeypox stems from a virus that is like smallpox. It was first discovered in 1958. I looked this up. This came from WebMD. So the original source I saw was not too, I hadn't heard of them, but I was like, are you kidding me? Now we know there's lots of things that go on in viruses and so forth, but now we have a heightened awareness. Would you not agree? Like, don't be coming up over here. So that just was unbelievable and stirring. I'm going to pass it to you, Crisette. What's going on in your world? What news is happening? What are you seeing that's got your eyebrow raised?
Well, you know what? I saw something today that had my eyebrow raised, but in a good way. Biden and several of the auto industry leaders, they got together and they're talking about, they had an electric vehicle summit, and they're talking about in maybe 2026. I mean, that's really soon, within the next 10 years, I should say, that they're trying to have at least half of the vehicles be electric because of, climate changes and everything that's going on in the world when it comes to climate. So I was really kind of excited about that. And believe it or not, being from Detroit, I know that several of the automotive industry, they have produced electric vehicles. I've not ridden in a electric vehicle yet. I don't know if you guys have. And I mean, think about the amount of gas, because if it's electric, you just plug it in, right? And some people plug it in right at their home. So that's just going to be interesting to get around in an electric vehicle. And they said some of them, they go pretty fast. So I'm just really interested to see what the auto industry is going to come up with. But it sounds like that's the buzz. And the good thing is the automotive industry, they're on board with it. So it's not like, the government is fighting with them and they don't want to do it. They're excited about doing it. So that put a smile on my face today, because we got to protect our earth. We have to protect it. And I know that's a hot button for you, Gloria, for sure.
Hot. I'm so hot about that button. I'm so hot about technology. I'm so hot about today's discussion. Oh my God. This is Thirsty Thursday because I'm drinking a gallon of water. I am killing the gallon of water. I got to kill the gallon of water. So it's Thursday every day. It's thirsty. I'm not there yet, but it's all over. And I had some young guys come over today and work with me, guys. I have 4 teenagers, 17, 15, 16, 18. I think that was their ages. Anyway, it was a very interesting conversation. They saw my signs around the house. They said, we see your signs around your house. What are those? And I said, those are my goal posters. That's what I'm focusing on. They were very intrigued about that. They were very intrigued. We had a great conversation about college versus community college and a tech school. That was a very interesting conversation. Very much on their mind is about college debt. Very much on their mind.
Vaccinated, Gloria?
No, they were not vaccinated. They absolutely were not vaccinated.
Did you have a conversation about that?
I did have a conversation about it, because one of them was here with their mother. So I had a very serious, and the mother started her vaccination, and now she wants to get the vaccination because her cousin got COVID and had not been vaccinated. So it's so interesting about how we're watching this. Millicent just said she received an email today from University Southern Cal, I guess, San Diego, to wear gloves at the gas station. They're believing that the Delta is spreading at the gas station. I mean, I hadn't heard that, Millicent, so that's really interesting. But I do want to say that I'm excited coming from Detroit about this electric car situation, because I love to watch the trends in cars and hanging around with those 4 boys. We talked a lot about cars, what they're paying attention to. It was a very interesting conversation. Okay, so if you're in my space for 5 minutes, I know I'm a little all over the place, but if you're in my space for 5 minutes, I talk to everybody about the vaccination. I mean, I'm now beyond whether you like me or not. I'm now beyond whether it's a political conversation or not. I am now at that place where I feel I am at a place of influence where I need to articulate my true feelings, and it's okay with me what you think. But if I don't say my truth, I'm not doing my best for what I consider to be the best for the community. So I'm passing it back to you, Caterina, because I want to talk about technology as well, because there's a lot to talk about even before we get there, because we got issues. We got issues on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. Issues.
I mean, Millicent, I hadn't thought beginning, we were wearing gloves at the gas station, and then we got lax, but guess what? They in the trunk, I'm pulling them right back out, and I'm getting those gloves. Crisette, Mom recently bought a Volvo, which is hybrid, part electric, part. And one of the things with the electric cars, I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We do have to get the adapter redone at the house because, and this is why part of the reason you want to get solar, because your electric bill can just get high while you save it on gas. Your electric bill gets high. I don't know what it is like everywhere else, but in California, I mean, I can get 11,000, 12,000. You can get a big old tax credit for putting solar on your house. Like, it's huge.
Really?
When the man broke it down to me, and now I have found a place that sells you the solar panels wholesale. I mean, when I tell you I'm excited, I was just waiting on Anthony to get to California. So I think we're making the solar. My neighbor showed me his $20 bill, $20 electric bill. Yes. I mean, and he's got the electric dryer. He got the electric, the waterless water heater. He has 3 electric cars. Mohammed, I promise you. Yes. So,
and he got a $20 bill. Oh my gosh,
$20 bill. I would love to have Muhammad on the show, because he is on a mission to get all of us there. And I just want y'all to continue to pray for me with this trainer. I just want to say that before we start talking technology, because Monday I had a dentist appointment. Tuesday I was traveling. Wednesday we have major issues with the stuff getting stolen from the car. Yeah. So today I'm in a conference, and my trainer was like, he called me 3 times yesterday, called me today. I mean, you pay someone to be on you, and he is on me. He is like, tell me what time you're done today. I said 6:45, you're on the East Coast. He said, all right, 9:45, East Coast time, be ready. I'm working you out for 45 minutes. I'm like, dang, I thought I was getting up. He's like, no, you give me 2 days a week. You ain't checked in on that app. So I'm telling you, you want to. And we're getting ready to go to this topic, but Gloria, both of you will love this, because last year, Crisette, you came to the Global Leadership Summit with me, right? Listen to this. Listen to just a couple quotes from this leadership conference. I am one habit away from living a different life. Okay, my working out at 9:45 p.m. tonight, East Coast time. This other guy said, you are born looking like your daddy, but you die looking like your decisions.
Wow. Looking like your decisions. Wow.
Looking like your decisions. 130 countries are attending this conference. I mean, it's just really, really, really good. And I did it 2 years ago. It was fabulous. It was good. Jamie Kerm-Lena, who did the It Cosmetics. I mean, she said that the guy from QVC gave her a no. Of course, now he works for her. So he's like, and later on they call you boss. But she said, he gave me a no, but God gave me a knowing. You have to follow your knowing. I was like, that was some good stuff. So anyways, that's a little bit of stuff. So keep on praying for me as I win the hour. That's what my coach says. Just keep winning the hour with my protein bar over here instead of some French fries for the friends that know me. It ain't easy up in here. Okay. It ain't easy up in here, but I'm determined. So we are talking technology, and I want to tell you, I know that folks that know the force of friendship think they call me the techie. But let me just share something with you, okay? Half the apps on my phone, because of Gloria Mayfield Banks and Crisette Ellis, some of the apps on my phone, I can't use them unless I call you and say, can you please help a sister out, okay? You have done
That's what my phone is like.
That is so funny.
Listen to this, 4.6 billion active users on the internet, 59.5% of the globe, y'all. 92% of them are using a mobile phone. In the United States, only 7% are not using the internet regularly. And most of them, they make under $30,000, have only a high school diploma, and live rural. So if you live,
7%.
Only 7%.
Well, let's stay on that for a second. Only 7% do not use the internet regularly.
Mhm.
That is such a high percentage of people who are doing anything. That's
Uh-huh.
higher than people who have running water.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
crazy.
I mean, up there with literacy, up there. I mean, it's really high. So if you're going to have access to the internet, which gives you access to anything, you no longer get paid for what you know because everything is Googleable. Okay. Why not learn to use it? Because it's going to impact you. So we're going to be talking about what do we do to manage ourselves, what apps and things we use to manage ourselves, manage our mind, manage our business, manage our home, our family, kids, your fun, health, entertainment, all that stuff. But we just gotta kick in a song. So Kevin, thank you in the background. He's gonna give us a little bit of old school music. Here it goes. And I know Facebook, you might not hear this yet, but kick it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You have got the power. Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. That song, you couldn't quite hear it in the beginning, but it comes in and he says technology. Okay. So let me
Does
just say
he?
this. Yes, in the beginning of that song. No more excuses, period. Say it with me. Well, don't repeat this. You are no longer going to say, I am not technical to our listening audience.
Right.
I'm not technical sounds like you or someone you know. If that sounds like you or somebody you know, I have some good news. Following are some tools that we're going to share that will help you move past this self-defeating feelings. You must stop saying, I'm not technical. Just stop doing it. These 3 words literally in 2021 can kill you. I mean, literally, there's
Right.
things that you simply cannot do if you are not technical. The difference between being technical and not technical is simply persistence. You cross this chasm when you stop getting freaked out, when you get frustrated. There is an answer to every problem, and there is a friend that can help you. One of the things to put on your prayer list is a techie friend, someone who is patient enough to help you learn, because once you learn to walk, you could walk for the rest of your life prayerfully. And once you learn some of these basic things, first, just know there's some basic things because the technology is always changing. So we always got to learn something new. But if you learn some of the basics, then you're not going to break it. It won't break. Okay. So I just want, before we go to break, Crisette, just share with us, what was your journey like coming into embracing technology?
Okay. So I have always been curious about technology. I know because we've traveled a lot together, and I've always been just so enamored with you, Caterina, and just how techie you are. So kind of like that part I had, the part about having a techie friend. And I'm going to tell you, whenever I would come back from a trip with you guys and Kiera, I would ask her to do something on my phone. She just looked at me and she said, Mom, your phone gives me a headache. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why? She said, because you have all of this stuff on it here. What is that stuff for? And I would look at it and say, well, I don't really know, but Caterina said I needed it. So that was kind of the beginning of my journey, was if Caterina thought it was a good app to have, then get it. And I can remember sometimes Caterina listening and feeling a little uncomfortable because I didn't get it or it wasn't clicking. But I'm going to promise you this. I remember saying to myself, you are smart. You can get this. You're not trying to get hired at a tech company. You just need to know the basics so that you're not always feeling like you got to ask somebody to do it for you. So it absolutely has been a journey for me. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what brings me so much joy. What brings me joy is when one of you, Gloria or Caterina, shares something and I can understand it. And then I can share it with other people, because then they think I'm very tacky and I'm very smart. So that's what brings me joy.
And you are, because once you learn, now you can learn, and we all have a million apps. And thank God, if you have an Apple phone, now all your apps go into folders for you. So we are grateful for that. Hopefully your phone doesn't make it hurt. We are talking all things technology. You could be old school, but you got to be new school when it comes to tech. We're going to pay some bills, and Crisette's going to talk to the Facebook audience, and the radio audience is going to hear our commercial break.
Okay, you guys, I'm back. And I see that you all are lighting up the chat with some of your great apps. And Gloria, you talked about Otter, a voice recognition app that you use in your job. So I got to read and see what that's all about. What other apps, you guys, are you using? I know there are several things that I use. What about, everybody needs a great exercise app. And I'm going to tell you one of the best apps that I have found. And you know what? It is a great app. I just have to be disciplined enough to use it. When I use it, it really, really works. And I'm going to promise you, when every time I've used it, I am like sore, and it's only like 5 to maybe 8 minute workout. It's called 8 Fit, the number 8 Fit. And some of you have probably heard of that app. And literally, you use things around your house. I mean, you don't have to have a full gym at your house. Literally, you can use your couch, lots of things you can use it around your house. And I remember when I had a professional trainer, and I remember he would ask me, was I sore the next day? And if I said no, he's like, oh, that means I didn't work you out good. Yeah, I didn't work you out good enough. And so I'm gonna promise you, when I use that 8 Fit app, the next day I'm like, oh, I can hardly move. So that's a great app to have. And then another app, you guys, and I'm sure we're going to talk about this, is the Digit app. For those of you that, like to save money and you want to make sure that you are, saving money on a regular basis, what I have found with Digit is it saves for you without it really feeling like you're saving. So it'll go in your account and it'll take out, one day it might take out $5, another day it might take out $3. So it just takes out little amounts of money. And then there are times where you may have a lot of money that goes in, but you haven't paid your bills and all of that. And it can take out a lot of money. You're like, oh my God, I didn't need you to take that much out. But the great thing is you can always tell it to pause it. So if you know that you can't save for a month or you have bills that are coming up, you can pause that app. And I'm going to tell you guys, there have been times where tax time came around and I was like, oh, I need some extra money to pay my taxes. I looked and Digit saved my life because the money that I need was there.
Issues with the Force of Friendship. You are listening to Caterina Harris Earl. Lady Crisette Ellis is in the house. Gloria Mayfield Banks is here with us. And Sabrina Goodwin Monday will prayerfully be with us. Maybe not tomorrow. She might be back on Monday, but we are missing her. She is in St. Croix celebrating her birthday.
Living her best life with her family.
Living her best life. Yes.
And showing it all to us.
Right. Thank God for the internet so we can see what she's seeing. So we are talking how to take your old school into new school and fall in love with technology. And I just want to say that everything is not for everybody. So we're going to run down some of our favorite apps and what they do. And do not feel like you need to download everyone. And if you download it and you don't like it, there is always a delete button. Most all apps have a free option. Don't go buying everything up. Try the free option. I learned that from my millionaire girlfriend, Gloria Mayfield Banks, who will call 5 people before she pays $1.99 for an app and ask you if it's worth it. But I will tell you, these are the things that you want to use apps for, to add value to your life, to increase your income, to increase the quality of your life, to save you time, for relationship. I can talk to South Africa for free on WhatsApp. Security, please help the seniors get good with technology, but we all know that the scammers are high. So now that we have all of these seniors on technology, $38 million is being stolen from them just last year alone. So if you use it properly,
38 million. Did you say 38
million? Yeah, $38 million. So we got to help our seniors, because they were getting them through the mail and through email, but now it's popping up on the phone. I trained my mom to walk over to me and say, should I download this? I taught her to take a screenshot and text to me, should I touch this? And I'm like, no. And then the last thing I'll say before we open it up is ratings. You can always look at the ratings of the app. because there's always 10,000 apps that do the same thing. But look at the ratings and see what people say before you just go downloading. So, Gloria, tell us a couple of your most favorite apps you simply can't live without.
You boy,
Starbucks
you know, I am so laughing at you. What'd you say?
I said Starbucks app, how to order your Starbucks before you get there.
It's true. It is true. Okay, first I got a couple things to say. I gotta say this. Ken left for Colombia this morning. He's in Colombia. Do you want to know what airline he flew on? Not Spirit. I just want to let you know it was not Spirit.
No, he didn't.
No, it wasn't. It was American Airlines. I had to laugh though. I had to put you on blast. He was on American. He wasn't even going to try it. He was not going to try it. But I had to laugh about that because of yesterday. I had to laugh. Okay, so honestly, so first I have to say this because Caterina, I thought that question you asked Chris was awesome. How and when did one fall in love with technology? And I fell in love with technology when I started selling computers for IBM. I know it sounds way crazy, but I remember being in a meeting when they said, go into this room, everybody go into this room and look at this little machine, and we're going to scan you something. We were like, what? Scan? I mean, I was there when scanning came out. I was like, wow, scan. I mean, I remember, so I fell in love with the reaction to technology. I fell in love with what technology can do, and I have followed it all along. My whole family, they say, Gloria, do you have the latest iPhone? And I look at them like, come on now, you know. You know, Ken might have an iPhone 2, but I have the iPhone 12, okay? I don't know about the rest of you people. So I always get the latest phone, but I do ask Caterina if she got the phone first, because she and I be racing to see who got the phone first. We always know that Sabrina does not have the newest phone. We always know that. That is not what's going down. But I mean, there's so many apps that I love. I mean, I'm looking at my phone like I'm an expert at the Map app. I'm an expert at the Map app. I mean, I use the Map app more than I use Yelp. I use the Map app like a lot. A lot. Like it tell you when you're looking for a restaurant, they've upgraded. That's why I think when I go to YouTube, I was so interested when you said how many people are on YouTube. I go to YouTube and watch YouTube all the time about phone, about the apps, about the hacks, about your phone. I already know what the upgrade on the 15 will do for your phone. I'm just waiting for the phone to catch up. I'm just like ready for it. I love the UCam app. I'm just looking at I love the Facetune app. You know, I love Instagram. I'm on there all the time. Like, forget that, you know, like forever. I like the Twitter. I mean, what app don't I like, Chris? I mean, seriously, what app do I not like? And I do like the Starbucks app. I mean, but I am cheap. I don't buy the extra. You got to really convince me for me to get the extra. Because I like the app.
$7,000.
She's not paying it, y'all. She is not paying it.
I know. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I do love apps. I do love the apps. I mean,
you know what? You guys know that I just moved, and so we're converting the house into a smart house. So I'm really, really excited about that because our lower level, it has 101, and that's an exaggeration, light switches. And so it's like, I want to be able to, literally, I want to be able to say, turn lower level lights or turn basement lights, and they all come on. But let me tell you what I just did, which was so exciting. So we just had new sod put in, and our landscaper said, you got to make sure that you water it twice a day for half an hour because, you know, all of these reasons, it has to be really, really watered. So I had our guy come and he put in a new system, and I said, make it smart, make it smart. When I tell you, while we're sitting on, we got issues, I think I need to water my lawn. I just hit the button and it will water zone 1, zone 2, or zone 3. I was like, where have you been all my life? And you said it, Caterina, you said you want an app that's going to save you time, because before I had to run down to the basement, look at the little system, hit this button, wait,
Right.
run all the way back. Now that was good for exercise, but that wasn't how I was trying to get my exercise and my time. So now if you're away and I was like, oh, we forgot to water the grass, go to your app, hit the button, and bam, it comes on. So I'm really excited. It's called Beehive, B-HYVE. And it's a certain kind of system that you can have converted for your sprinkler system. So I really love that. Absolutely.
And it can help save water too. It can help save water. Right. I never forget when Anthony was in Sweden and I was standing at the front door coming in late, and he said, "You want me to open the door for you?" I was like, my voice first I was like, get up off my porch. Who is that talking to me? And I realized it is my husband unlocking the door from Sweden. Okay.
Wow.
With the Ring app. Being able to see us living in two places, I could see everything going on at that house, every single aspect of it from sitting in California. So technology is important. We're going to come back to apps, but let's just talk some basic stuff. I'm going to help my friends, We Got Issues friends out. Number one, equipment. Let me just say, in 2021, you really cannot afford to have old equipment. Now, I'm a computer person, and I realize most everybody uses a phone. I will, however, tell you that as we advance, the technology advances, there are some things that when we were setting up the new house alarm, there were some things I had to go to the computer to do. Like there are a few things. And so I just personally think everyone should have at least one computer in the house. That's me, but at least a tablet. But whatever equipment you have, make sure you have a advanced computer, printer, smartphone. Those are like three basic things. And of course, you don't have to have the highest end computer. You can have a good computer that doesn't cost as much. We love Apple. All of us are Apple folks, but PCs are amazing. So don't put up with old temperamental equipment. That is one thing. All right. Do what you have to do to get great equipment. And even there's all kinds of resources out there. I am big on showing people how to buy equipment, even on Facebook Marketplace when people upgrade their equipment. Number two, this is huge for technology. Passwords, y'all. Passwords, they are not going away. When you forget how to log into your computer, your bank account, it is going to bring frustration, and literally it's crazy. You want to have a place that you put your passwords, whether it's a password vault that you pay for, or you tape up a list by the side of your computer, or whatever you need to do. You need to have a password, make sure that it's the right password, and your family needs to have access to it. Someone in your family needs to know your password. When, unfortunately, we've had people in our family that have passed away, and if no one knows the password to your phone, you are not getting into it. They need the password to your phone. They need your iTunes password, y'all. And the basic password, seriously, for your bank account. Someone should know how to get that.
Hey, Caterina, I got a question. I have a question. Okay, so passwords. You know how you can have the passwords and on your Apple ID, you type something in and your passwords pop up? Is that good enough protection, or do we need more protection for passwords?
Well, I think when you use it in Safari, it's really protected. Safari and Google, and I'm not as familiar with the PC. It is really protected, but you cannot, like my mom depends on that to remember her password. She's just used to, a lot of people, they say, well, it just remembers on my phone. But there is a time that you are going to have to do something that my trainer wants me to do: clear your cookies. Okay. Not the cookies you want to eat, but the cookies on your computer. And when they tell you that term, clear your cookies, guess what? Those passwords that you have remembered may just go away too. And so that frustrates my mom when I've had to clear it. And she's like, I can't get into this. I can't get into this. It's because now you've got to that's for your protection. So it is good, but it still doesn't help you to have it you need to physically have some place that you can go and pull the physical password, especially because what happens if what happened to Anthony happens and the whole computer is gone?
Right.
So if you are on Apple, and I don't know what the equivalent is for a PC, but you need to know how to use Find My Phone. Okay, I'm just gonna put Sabrina on blast because when we were at your house, Chris, and she could not find her phone, I was like, "What's your iTunes password?" I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Okay, if she had known her iTunes password, that phone that was sitting right there in the corner behind you,
right,
underneath the clothes, I could have made it go bing, 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 and you could find your phone like that. So that's big. Two other things I want to say: your computer files, y'all. You have got to have the day of downloading stuff and keeping it on your computer is 80s. You want to have a way to to save it. You got to back your stuff up because your computer's going to break at some point. And if you do not back it up or you don't have it in the cloud, you're going to lose everything. So let's go back to talking about apps. Crisette's going to come back and talk about apps. Gloria, share while we're waiting on Crisette to come back. Share with us another app that you just can't live without, something you use all the time.
Okay, so I'm an Apple, I was going to say Apple freak, but that's exactly what I am. I'm an Apple computer. I got an Apple over here. I got 3 or 4 iPads. I went to Apple Store yesterday. I can go get another iPad, just waiting for the new ones to come out. I just want to buy Apple stuff. It just makes me feel good to buy Apple. But in terms of another app that I use, because I'm on social media a lot, I like Mojo. You guys, Mojo is a great app if you're going to be posting on stories. I do a lot on stories. So Mojo is a great app. I'm going to tell you something that I'm embarrassed to say. I am not as good on Canva as Chris and Caterina are. They're like really good on Canva, and I really want to be good on Canva, but I haven't gotten Canva down cold. So, I'm concerned about that, but, I do have the other ones that I use a lot. But Mojo has become a real favorite of mine. Also, Ripple, RIPL is a great app when you have a lot of pictures that you want to go back and back. Now, let me tell you where I'm working to get really good at is Reels. Because Reels, if you're really going to embrace social media, you got to really embrace Reels. And so that's on the Instagram app, but you got to get really good at it. So I'm not there yet, but I promise you I will be. Because when it comes to social media, if I put my attention there, it comes.
Let me just say, Reels and Canva, part of what has happened is we haven't been traveling together, because if we were traveling together, I would help you with Canva and I would say, can you please show me Reels? Because you can, I love Googling things and everything is Googleable, but there's nothing like a girlfriend who sits down while everybody has their phone and says, what am I supposed to do? Tell me what to do. How do I get this thing? How do I
we're so fierce when we sit next to each other. We say, delete that, add that, delete that. We take each other's phone out of control. How you get lashes? How you get how'd you get rid of that pimple, girl? How'd you get it? You made your chin like that? You could do your chin. Oh, we're ridiculous, y'all. We want you to have girlfriends like we got in the Force of Friendship, because your life will change.
Absolutely. Hey, you guys, I'm going to tell you about an app that's really good. It's called, and Kiera, actually, my daughter turned me on to it. It's called Fetch, FETCH. And what it does is whenever you go shopping and you have a receipt, you take a picture of it and it gives you points and you get free stuff like Amazon cards, just a variety. And it doesn't cost you anything. You download your receipt and it'll give you 50 points, 100 points, depending on, and everything. You just snap a picture and it gives you points. And after you get so many points, they'll tell you can get a $5 Amazon card, whatever. So it's just free.
For any kind of receipt or just clothes?
Any kind of receipt.
Downloads now. Okay.
It's called Fetch. FETCH. Fetch.
I love Honey because Honey gives you whenever you go to checkout, Honey will tell you whatever the coupon code is to get a discount. So I'm redoing my kitchen now. She's coming over. She's like, you need all this OXO stuff for organizing your kitchen, to put everything in these plastic containers. Well, it saved me $99 just on my kitchen organization system, Honey. And I love Shop Style, whenever you get your girlfriend Crisette who says you need a turquoise blouse and you show her something, she's like, that ain't turquoise. You can go in Shop Style and say turquoise blouse, and then it will bring up a $3,200 blouse, and then you change the filter and say under $75, under $50, and it will find you turquoise blouses under $50. And you send the
What's the name of the app?
your girlfriend. Shop Style. It shows it all. So it helps you to be able to shop and find things. Let me tell you a pet peeve, and this is what's happening. Everybody who is, in the 50 plus club has some pictures sitting somewhere, right? So I want to hear from the audience. What did you do with, I still have yet to take all of my physical pictures, and I have some of them that literally we just have taken pictures with when my father passed away. That's what we did and how we got it on the slideshow. But now everyone's walking around with thousands of pictures on their phone. And when they lose their phone, they lose their pictures. So if I can just help you learn something today, y'all, you have to have a backup for your pictures. Please make your pictures. You can make them automatically back up to Dropbox. They can automatically back up to Google. It's just someone showing you how to make them where they automatically back up to the iCloud or something, so that you're not losing these baby pictures. I'm like, did you lose the baby pictures of my grandchildren? I am gonna knock you out. So I use SmugMug, and every one of my grandchildren has their own folder. And I'm like, I need you once a month to go through your phone and upload them pictures. Because I tell you, I will have those pictures 20 years from now when you. So a place to back up your pictures is really important, because pictures, that goes back to value, family, relationships. Pictures are important, right?
Okay, Caterina, why do you like SmugMug so much? Tell me, because you always send us on SmugMug, and I'm always trying to find something.
I'll tell you, this is what happened, because I was using what's the Yahoo one? There's a lot of other ones out there that just would uphold your pictures. This is before iCloud, because now you can really keep them in iCloud. But what happens is when you upload your pictures, some of those companies own your pictures. So you have literally transferred ownership of your pictures to them. So this happened with me with my wedding pictures. So I uploaded my wedding pictures to I can't remember. It's one of the popular ones. I uploaded it there. And when I wanted to download my picture and make it large, because I had really high resolution. It's their wedding picture. And they would not give it back to me in the size that I uploaded it. Meaning they owned my pictures. So SmugMug, I pay $8 a month. But I have thousands of pictures, and everything has folders, and it's all super organized. Everything in my life that I've ever done, every place I've ever been, it just has folders. And if it's important to me, I keep it there. So it goes there and iCloud. And
did you put it in the folders, or do they automatically go into the folders?
Yeah, it doesn't automatic. It goes up there. Yeah. So,
but like you just click and I got that from Caterina. I have SmugMug, and I really like it, because when you need a specific picture from a specific event, sometimes you can go and try, and if you can't remember the year, it's just too much. But in SmugMug, you can say my sister's 50th birthday party, pictures of my kids. You can name it whatever, and then you just click all the ones, and they drop it in for you. So it's really a good way to organize,
because people are organizing their pictures on Facebook, and Facebook won't be here forever. It just won't be here forever. And guess what? Those pictures on Facebook, guess who owns them?
That's right. Facebook, for real.
If they lock you out, you say something crazy on Facebook that they don't like, your pictures are gone like that. So you could also just use an old school hard drive that you back up, but you need some kind of way to back up your pictures, just like we used to have them. So that's important. What else do we do?
Exercise, Caterina.
Exercise, fitness. App. Okay, talk about it.
Oh, yes. Oh my.
Yeah. Well, you guys, one of my favorite exercise apps is called 8Fit. The number 8, FIT. And Gloria, get excited. There's a free version. Yay! There's a free version, okay? And it's really, and I'm going to tell you something. The great thing about 8Fit is everything they show you how to do, you could do right there at your house. So you don't need a membership. You don't need a whole lot of equipment. They use a lot of things, your chair, stuff that you already have there. And I'm going to tell you something. Whenever I have done it, and it's only for like 8 to 10 minutes, but what they do, they maximize your exercise routines. And I promise you, anybody that downloads that, and let me just preface it by saying, check with your doctor before you do it. The next day, I promise you, I have hardly been able to walk. It's a absolutely great exercises. And I like the fact that it has for beginners, intermediates, and advanced. So if you are just starting, they'll start you out as a beginner, and then you can progress to higher activities. But that's a great app. 8Fit.
Wow. 8Fit.
Awesome.
Well, you know what? I'm going to talk about My Fitness Pal, because I use My Fitness Pal as a tracker. And it's like one of the best. Okay, so here's the truth. No matter what you do to your body, if you don't eat right, it's never going to get right. You can work out, you can do everything, but if you don't eat right, it's not going to get right. But stuff in, stuff out, and it's hard. So when I use My Fitness Pal, I can track my weight, I can track my steps, I can track my water, I can track my food, and it has a zillion recipes. I mean, you can go to almost any restaurant and tell them what you're eating, and it'll tell you about the calorie count. So when I'm really vigilant and I use it, I see a big difference. So that's a really good one, My Fitness Pal, and it'll sync with your watch, it'll sync with your Fitbit, it'll sync with everything.
That's awesome. One of the ones I have and haven't used, I'm gonna crank it up. So, okay, so I have a list here, but these are some things that have really saved time. Alexa, was sitting right here. Alexa, I'm not talking to you. Okay, Alexa, being able to tell her to add this to your grocery list is huge. Right. And I have finally gotten Anthony to work it. So just saying, add eggs to the grocery list, add this to the grocery list. And then when you're at the grocery store, you got a list that's like huge. I love Chuck. It organizes my email. So I can go through, and I don't know if you get a lot of email like I get a lot of email, and it's my nemesis, but Chuck will recommend all the email that you should delete.
Are you saying Chuck? C-H-U-C-K?
Like your husband. Yeah.
Okay.
Chuck your email. Okay.
Now that was funny. She's like, Chuck.
And it just organizes your email. You can look at it by subject or look at it all these different ways. And it is a really easy way to go through tons of email and it'll delete. You scan it, and if you see something you don't want it to delete, you just click those ones, and then you click that big delete button, and boom, your 200 voice message thing went down to 8. Just like that.
So it's an app called Chuck.
Yeah, it's an app called Chuck. It's an app called Chuck.
Lord. I can't tell Chuck that, because he gonna listen. That's gonna be in a sermon on Sunday if I tell him it's an app called Chuck.
And he's famous for being the person who cleans his inbox every day, right?
Right.
So he would love this. You can tell him about that app. I'm gonna text him myself. Okay. Spot Hero. Have y'all used Spot Hero?
No.
When you park, whenever you go to a big city to park, Spot Hero will find you. It's gonna save you 50% on your parking downtown Chicago. I can find $10, $15 parking, $20 parking instead of $65. Spot Hero. Task Rabbit.
What?
Task Rabbit.
Task Rabbit. Oh, I've heard about that one. Yeah. My niece was telling me about that the other day, where you can get some people to come over and work with you.
Yep. And got him to come over the first time to put one thing together at the Task Rabbit price. And now he is on regular on-call direct. Okay. For half the price of Task Rabbit.
Elaborate on that.
Whatever you need. I need someone to put some furniture together. I need someone to come over and do a task at your house. A task, whatever kind of task. It's people, and this is also a great way for anyone that's listening to make money. If you are skilled at doing something, you can go on TaskRabbit instead of Uber, or instead of some of these other ways, DoorDash. You can go on TaskRabbit, and people will have you come over, and they pay you in advance for an hour to complete any task. And it's like, I decided to buy this desk today, and somebody at 3:00 is at my house putting it together. Like, that's
what?
I'm downloading it right now.
You're gonna need that,
Right
Chris.
now.
You're gonna definitely need that.
You're gonna need Task Rabbit for sure. And business people, Fiverr.
Yeah.
Right.
Fiverr. Something like that. Fiverr.
Yeah.
Fiver.
ER. Okay. You could find anybody in the world who will do graphics, video. You could hire an assistant, overseas, and generally it's not here. And so those are really cool. We're looking in the audience for our some of our Facebook folks to type their favorite app. And I want to give a shout out to Gloria Lewis, who said she loves Otter. And I used that today, OTTER.ai. And Otter helps you when you are listening to Gloria, my mentor, forever training. Whatever she speaks, she's always going to say something. You're always going to say a great quote, and I can't write fast enough. So when Gloria's training, I turn on my Otter, and it just scripts out everything she said, everything you said.
It scripts it out?
It writes it out, everything. So while I'm listening to the conference, Otter is on, and so it's taking notes from me, word for word, verbatim, everything. So I can go back and grab that quote.
Caterina, you know what? You've been holding out. You've been holding out.
She has, Chris.
Show, she's been holding out, Gloria.
I'm trying to look. I done downloaded 2 apps already. Now I'm looking at Chuck and figure out if I need to do Chuck and then Otter. Now I'm like, OMG.
Dorothy said she needed Otter in school. Yeah, if you're a student and so you're listening to a lecture and you can't take notes fast enough, Otter, OTTER.ai. And I will tell you that is one, get the free version, but it is one you probably will end up wanting to pay for. And then Gloria, did you ever use that one I sent you that, is it Speechify or something? You could take a picture of anything and it will read it to you out loud.
I think I downloaded, but I don't think I use it a lot.
Yeah, I think does anybody know what that one is? I think it's Speechify. I've used that and that has come in handy when somebody gives you something to read and you want to, I need to read this contract while I am putting my makeup on. You can just take a picture of it and set your phone down and it will read it to you while you're doing something else.
Wow.
Or a book.
So let me go back to Chuck. Do you use Chuck every day?
Yes, I use it every day. That's how before I go on my computer and sit with my email, I go through Chuck and delete all of this junk stuff because Chuck will just click it and I click on smart and it recommends everything it thinks that should be deleted. And I'll say, oh no, I needed that one. I'll uncheck that. And then I just go click and my inbox has gone down to 10% of what it was. And then I sit and read my email.
You do that on your phone or on your computer?
It only works on the phone. Chuck only works on the phone. Yeah. Okay. So don't clutter your phone. Thank you. WC Macintosh. So those are some apps, y'all. Bottom line is embrace technology. Just embrace it. I started to ask my girlfriends, who do you call when you need help? We call each other. Okay. Here is something that those of us that are techies, when people ask you things, there is a website called Let Me Google That. And if you're the person that everyone in your family calls you and asks you for stuff that they could have Googled themselves, you go to Let Me Google That and you get the answer for them. And then you send them the link and it literally, it's funny. You just have to do it. It literally Googles it for them. It shows them what they should have done before they called you.
That's funny.
It shows them. Go to Google, type, how do I reset my phone? Here is your answer. Like it shows you. So after a while, they'll be like, I could have Googled that myself. Yeah.
Wow. Especially with 7%. I'm still blown away about 7%. Mm-hmm. Only 7% don't use it. That's crazy. That's like, wow. That was an eye opener for me. That's like, wow.
73% of people over 65 in the US are now using the internet, which is up from 14% in 2000.
73 from 14. Mm-hmm. Wow. Because of the pandemic?
Yes. Because think of all of the things that if you don't know how to take a picture of a QR code, there are literally restaurants that you have to walk out because you can't order.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
So
right. I mean, so much has changed. So much has changed.
So much, so much, so much. And the bigger the company, the more they are going to send you to their app to be able to do anything. Because you call for customer service, it's like, just while you're on hold, we just want you to know that you can access our website at, in other words, stop calling us. You could have done that on the website.
Hey, Caterina, I know we're getting up against the break, but one good app for people that, want to save money is Digit, Digit. That's a great app, Digit, because what it does, it goes in and it literally takes money out of your account and saves it for you. And so you can say, you're going on a trip, and let's say you want to have, $2,000 is your budget for your trip, whatever your budget is. And you could tell them, I want to save $2,000 over 6 months or whatever. And it will go in and take money here, $3, $5, $8. And you know what I found? You don't even miss it. You don't even miss it.
Wow.
Look up
that's
and
really
you have
good.
money saved. You look up and you have money saved. You can always count on We Got Issues to help you out. Go get your Nextdoor app, meet your neighbors, get the SoundHound app. It'll help you find the song. I'm telling you, one of the things we can promise you is there is an app for that. Okay. There is an app for that. Thank you so much for listening to We Got Issues. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And tomorrow is Fierce Friday. So, we got another great show for you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Well, that was a good show. I was taking notes. I knew I was going to be taking notes. I knew it. I knew I was going to be taking notes.
I got so many notes down here.
Is there an app for, remember when we were in Hawaii and I said, there's an app that can get rid of these bugs from the table. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That app doesn't work anymore. I hope somebody.
It don't work at all.
It did for a minute. But thanks you guys for listening to the show. We appreciate you for chiming in and telling us your favorite apps as well.
Yeah.
I hope that you got some today. Let us know how they work out. And if they don't work out, just go and delete it. Okay.
That is hilarious.
This is funny. YouTube has been my boyfriend. Now I will cheat on him with.
I love that, Donna. That's a good send off. We love that.
All right. Bye.